I thought it was important to meet the woman not only behind GRL, but the woman who put together the Pussycat Dolls. She's a choreographer, a producer, designer, businesswoman, a mogul.
Wow.
And I think she sort of just understands what people like. Robin Antin, good to see you. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Can I just start by saying I apologise because when I was chatting to you when you were here the other day, and then I said goodbye.
Yes.
And, you know, in Australia, we kiss people goodbye. And I think we just went in for a hug, and I went to kiss, and I kissed your ear. I was really embarrassed.
That's so funny. You know, that happens a lot. Because it's one of those things where, like, also, like, it's the single kiss, the double kiss.
Yeah.
You know, and I should know. My mom's English, so
Okay.
so I understand the double kiss.
Yeah.
But I think that, yeah, it's like that sort of, okay.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I
but I think it actually maybe it kind of felt good.
Hey, let's go back to the formation of the Pussycat Dolls. How did it all start?
Oh, well, I actually started as a dancer. So my life as a dancer was me just always so interested in creating, pulling my girls together and doing choreography, and I created all. I always made all the costumes. I grew up learning how to sew. I was my grandfather was an incredible tailor and taught me how to sew when I was really young, and always bought me sewing machines my whole life. So I was always like making all the clothes. So it was one of those things that was very organic. It was just sort of like me and my girlfriends, going into my garage, and I was putting together numbers and dance numbers. And it really started as just a dance show. And I was actually living with Christina Applegate at the time. This is like sort of jumping ahead, but I was still just a dancer, really trying to make ends meet and trying to make money. And she was just a friend of mine that used to take dance class with me. And she's like, move in with me. And I was like, cool, but honestly, I mean, my brain worked that way. I'd wake up, in the middle of the night and think, oh, I have this great idea. I want to create this, or, this, whether it was a dance step or, I'm all about image and a whole picture rather than just sort of like the dance step. And so, moving forward, I was putting together all these dance numbers. We brought it to the Viper Room, which is Johnny Depp owned the Viper Room at the time, and he just loved it. It was just this cool, underground, sexy show that was me and 3 girls, and Christina was like a guest, basically.
And it was just dancing at that stage.
Just dancing,
Yeah.
and he was like, "This is why I opened this club," and then it went from there to we were performing once a week, and then twice a week, and then I was having to put together all these new dance numbers, and then Gwen Stefani came down and saw the show one night. She's sitting in the audience, and I was like, God, it would be so cool if she was on stage. And I went down and I did after the show and talked to her, and she's like, I want to do this. And so the next thing you know, she's doing it, and Christina Aguilera came to the show, and this all happened very organically. Although, I mean, I really worked hard to get them to be there.
Yeah.
And those are the girls that really helped pave the way. And I tell this, I've told this to Gwen many times, and all the girls in my life, that they helped pave the way to the guest celebrities being a part of it, which, opened up, it opened it up to people really understanding that there was this cool thing going on in LA that was called the Pussycat Dolls. Then I decided I want to turn it into something bigger. And, I wasn't even sure that it was going to be a recording group. It was I just wanted to take it to the next level, and I took it to record companies with my brother Steve had shot everything. He's a director. He directed the movie Burlesque, so he's very creative. And we just kind of took it around to record companies and ended up hooking up with Jimmy Iovine after meeting up with a lot of different people, and not a bad person to become my partner. And then I met, we auditioned other girls, and that's when I met Nicole.
Yeah.
And Nicole actually just came on. I have a podcast show that I do in LA, and Nicole just came on the show, and you really should check out the show just to hear her tell the story of exactly the audition that she did.
It's a different story to the one you tell?
Well, no, I started telling it, and then she kind of like jumped in and told her version, and our versions are the same, but her version is so much better. And it's hilarious because, it's like this whole thing where she came in and she had this idea that she was going to be like, honestly, it's hilarious.
How hard is it to keep the girls together and to find the right mix?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like when I decided I wanted to create a new girl group. I mean, I really I had done it before a little bit. I did, Girlicious on my TV show, and Jimmy and I had put together another group that was just a sort of a short-lived thing. But this was something that I knew that I wanted to do and have the success of the Pussycat Dolls, but and have a different, a very different kind of a group, and I knew that I wanted to get girls that were going to really gel together and really protect and respect each other, and girls are always going to fight.
How do you control them when they fight? And they suddenly one of them's having a hissy fit about something. How do you control them?
Well, my the way that I where I come from, just as someone that has the experience. I'm older than them, and also just being a woman, being a girl, being their girlfriend, also besides their boss. I talk to them like a friend, and I listen to them, and I think that that's the most important thing, that they have someone that will listen to them, and that they can cry and they can scream and they can do all of that, but at the end of the day, it's also like, listen, this is a business. You can't, these girls are young, so maybe they're going to come in and they might be a brat or something because they're younger. So I just try to show them, like, there is another way to deal with this. You know what I mean? And
do you ever say, there's 100 girls that take your job right tomorrow?
Well, I haven't used that one yet.
Yeah.
Listen, the truth is there's a million girls out there that are great and that are talented. And like when I'm watching, a Pussycat Doll show, GRL show, any show that I have to do with, I will look around and see what the audience, what their reaction is. So I'm so interested to know what they think, how they feel, what they respond to. And I knew with the Pussycat Dolls that it's obvious that everybody loves something sexy. Women love sexy. Women want to be sexy. They want to feel sexy. They want to find that thing that maybe they either had or they've never felt like they had. So I always say inside every woman is a pussycat doll, and it's sort of like it's there. You just gotta find it and then own it and run with it. And men are easy.
Let's talk about how do you deal with the boys that come into the girls' lives, and if they're not the best boys in the world, do you sort them out?
Well, listen, so far we haven't had any of those, and the girls, they do surround themselves with nice boys. But yeah, if there's someone that I didn't think was right for them, absolutely. And the girls are going to make their own decisions at the end of the day, but I think that they would respect what I had to say. I try to protect them as much as possible, but they're smart enough to know that they're not going to put themselves in a bad position. They are. I'm happy about that.
When it comes to choreo, that's industry term for choreography,
Maddie's seen a chorus line.
100
times.
Okay, so you say choreo.
Bit of choreo.
Do you know what we say?
What?
Choreo.
Oh, choreo.
Yeah.
Well,
we had the O on the end.
With the choreo, because I can see with your list here, Robin, you've done choreography for Beyonce, the openings of Grammy Awards, Charlie's Angels, The Sweetest Thing. Did you do You're Too Big to Fit in Here on on The Sweetest Thing?
I did.
Was that you?
Yes.
Hilarious.
Isn't that hilarious?
That is so good.
How funny.
But do you ever feel...
God, I can't believe you know that. That's so great.
Too big to fit in here. Too fit in
too
here.
big to fit in here.
Yeah. Are you ever afraid you're going to run out of moves? Is there ever a point where you go, are there any steps left that I haven't done before or combinations?
Well, I'll tell you, the way it works as a choreographer is first of all, there's a lot of choreographers out there that probably don't do what I do, which is I take dance class religiously.
Right.
Like see my body? No.
Yeah.
I dance like crazy. I dance more than a dancer training dances. I take class pretty much every single day. I'm here in Australia going, God, I've got to find a dance class. I love dancing so much, and I learn. It's like I keep my brain fed.
Yeah.
I keep my creative part of my body and soul fed, you know. So when I'm getting in there and I'm working, I mean, this is funny. I just choreographed the new Carl's Jr. spot with Paris Hilton.
Right.
Do you know that? So the first one is
Was
when,
that the burger and she was
yeah,
in a bikini?
and she's washing the car.
Yeah,
She's all
yeah.
sexy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was the first one. Then-
Controversial.
yes, yeah, controversial. So you know, I'm known for I'm kind of known for those. You know, they always call Robin when they want something really sexy, because I know what to do. You know,
Yeah.
I know it's like, you know, arch your back more.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with this one, there's a girl in it named Hannah Ferguson, who's a stunning model. I mean, just beautiful swimsuit model. And so she's the girl washing the car.
Right.
And then Paris comes in and is like, you know, the whole thing is she comes in and is like, you missed a spot, you know, and the piece of the burger falls on the car and she licks it, and it's, you know, so that's hot. It's a that is hot moment.
Yep.
And the girl Hannah, I was, you know, directing / choreographing her moves, and I'm yelling, like literally, like she's following me, so like I'm her mirror, and it's like, you know, arch your back, lick, tongue out, like choreographing like all of these crazy moves that no one would think is choreography, but honestly, it was all choreographed, like every moment, you know. I actually had to just ask her, like, what can you do with your tongue? So when you grab the sauce off the burger, it's got to be really hot, you know.
Yeah.
So she showed me that she can actually curl her tongue a little bit. So I said, okay, we're going to add that into the choreography.
Well, that's
so,
hot.
Yeah.
So you're going to, you know, stick out your tongue, then you're going to curl it, then you're going to pull it in, and it was well, it sounds really pornographic, but honestly,
Yeah,
when
it does.
Yeah, but when you see it, it's actually like it was done really well, and the director Chris Applebaum knows what he's doing. So.
Fantastic.
Robin, it's been wonderful to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to see us again.
Thank you guys so much. I love it, and I hope when I come back to Australia, which is hopefully going to be very soon,
Yeah,
that
you'll
you'll
have a
me
job
on.
and stuff. Yeah, you're always welcome.
Okay,
Absolutely.
good. All right, you guys are so cool,
Thank
super
you.
handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't stop. You
Okay.
can keep going if you want. Thanks, Robin.
Thanks, Robin.
All right, guys.
Rosso getting you home. Afternoon.